Hi everybody, Wagger here. Welcome to Wagger's do-it-yourself fan mount for Pop Rivet Pole. Now immediately you're going to put in a disclaimer here because what we're going to use is an Ivc Tank. Now don't all laugh because it was only 50 quid, we run out of money, that's it. Difficult to make, safe, and we're going to have insurance implications. But I'm going to show you how to put it all in. You can use a proper tank if you want, and that's what we're going to replace this with eventually. One of the things you'll need though, an adapter for an Ivc tank, is one of these. It's very cheap, just screws on the bottom there where the water comes out, just here. Okay. It's a 600 litre one, which is quite rare. Don't get the 1000 litre one, it's just going to be too much. You can actually baffle these and we'll be thinking of ways of doing it. Moving on from that, from the tank, hose reel is the next thing in line here. There's several types on the market. We chose this one with 100 metres of micro bore on it. Generally they come with the wrong fitting, the straight one there. What you'll need to do is replace that with the elbow that actually spins round. I don't know if you can see that from that distance. Because if you don't have one of these on, you're just not going to be able to use it. Because what's going to happen is the hose that comes to your pump is just going to spin round and twist. To fix this into the back of the van, you can always use what I call clip over pipe clips. These are plumber's things, and all these do is see you can screw these to the bottom of the van, to the back of the van, in the right place, and they just clip into place like this. And you can use 4 of them, and then your hose reel then is fixed in place really well. I've got some lashing straps here because you're going to need some to lash your battery down, or you could always put it in a box. We'll be thinking about that. The battery itself is a 75 amp hour battery, but it's a leisure battery, it's a deep cycling one. Don't use a car battery. You can to start with, but if you do it won't last very long, whereas these, they don't mind being reduced in power right down to the bottom and then recharged again. That's what we call recycling, you see. Moving on, we thought we'd use one of these, so when you pull your hose out of the back of the van, it will act as a guide. We don't know where we're going to put it quite yet. We don't know whether that's going to actually work properly. Here, you're going to need a board. It's probably going to go on the side of the tank here. It's only 50 pence MDF. And you're going to mount your pump on here and your flow controller. You see? Now, the flow controller we've got here is a digital one. It works. We're not sure how to connect it, but we'll figure that out quite easily. We've got a flow jet pump here, which is 7.6 litres a minute, which is quite a lot, but I'm glad because we can get 2 poles off that eventually. Most people go for a sure flow pump, which you can do as well if you like. They're easy to find. Window cleaning places sell them all. That'll mount on the board like that. Of course it'll be upright. One thing I do suggest you get though is an inline filter here. It's just a little filter. That goes just in front of your pump there, so any stuff that comes out of your tank goes through this, and any debris whatsoever in that tank will stop right here and you can clean it out. Then it won't get into the rest of your system. It won't block the pump up or any of your jets or anything like that. Moving on more, we've got some cargo straps here. Although the tank's going to be bolted down to some extent through the van floor, we're still going to use some cargo straps as well. Buy the most heavy duty ones you can, like the truck ones. If you can find the truck ones, they really are good. 2 of them lashed down to the mounting points of your van, they'll be okay. Of course it's not ideal, like I said. You need some wire, extra wire to wire up the pump, etc. PTFE tape, now that's very important. That's what we're going to put on all the joints that we do, all the hose, reel, etc. We hope not to have too many leaks, even though the van's been painted out now. Hose clips, got some of those. That'll be going these points here. Of course it will be attached with hose like this, and that will lead on to the hose reel there. We're going to keep all this very basic. You can always put split relays in and all that sort of thing for your battery, which will charge from your vehicle, but we're not doing that, we're just doing it basic so you can follow it if you want. You're going to need some of these as well. They're connections, electrical connections. which are going to be needed for all these wires, from the batteries, the pump, the flow controller, etc. Switch. You can switch the battery in and out of circuit, so you need to switch that off every time you stop using it, even though of course the pump will switch itself on and off. It's got a circuit breaker inside, pressure switch I should say. Finally, inline fuse, that's important as well. That'll go in between the battery and the flow controller, as far as I know. But if anything goes wrong, that'll just blow in rather than everything else. So apart from all that, I think that's just about it, you know. And we're going to have to start fitting it soon because we've got a big contract coming up. Job done.